Thanks very much, Philip. Yes, I'm Bob Hughes. No one is illegal. We're organisers of another demonstration that's happening today in Parliament Square against the mass deportations that are going on day in, day out in this country. About 30,000 people a year get deported from this country. Many of them breadwinners, members of families. Families are broken up and thrown onto benefit because of these deportations that are going on. There's another aspect of this huge problem of immigration controls. We formed this group a few years ago to say in public what so many of us in these campaigns come to believe, that there really is no way that we can reform immigration policy, these immigration laws. The only way to deal with them is to get rid of them entirely. They were never brought in with any intention of treating people fairly. They were only ever brought in terms of showing how tough a government can be on unfavoured minorities. First the Jews, then other groups from Eastern Europe, then Caribbeans, and now in the 90s the victims of the sort of wars, the sorts of governments we have promoted all around the world. The phrase "no one is illegal" was coined by the Holocaust survivor and campaigner Elie Wiesel in 1984. These laws make people illegal, and he said, how can you possibly have an illegal person? An illegal weapon? Yes. Illegal substances, like deadly poisons perhaps, yes, they can be made illegal. But what do you do with an illegal human being? Well, 30 years later or more, we now know, don't we? In 2010, we know what they do with illegal people. They feed them into a sausage machine that grinds the hope out of them. They're there to destroy. You eliminate them by any means physically possible. If possible, outside the sight of security surveillance cameras at Heathrow. It's a cruel process, as so many of us here today know. And it's intended to be cruel. Let's not delude ourselves. And if people manage to avoid this government system of attrition, they end up working basically like slaves for employers who know they can work them as hard as they like, in the most dangerous conditions they like, right round the clock if they like, on the lowest possible pay, or no pay at all if the employer doesn't want to. There are over 750,000 people in this country working in conditions like that. Every single one of us touches the work they do when we buy a packet of salad in a supermarket. But we hardly ever become aware of them unless they die in large enough numbers, as those 58 young Chinese people did in a container at Dover in 2000, or the 23 young Chinese people did who drowned in Morecambe Bay in 2004. All of those people had children, or little brothers and sisters, or elderly parents who rely on them, who will never see them again, and they're just the ones that we know about. We're glad the new government says it's going to give up imprisoning little children. But we'd be much more reassured if they gave a solid promise simply to stop abusing people, to show how tough they are. But to do that, they need to find the courage to break out of this sick competition our whole political class has fallen into, of using foreigners as a political punch bag to show that they mean business, whatever that means. So there's no point in us mincing our words. The racists don't mince their words, and they get results. Law after law after law to make life tougher for the foreigners they don't like. I think the best immigration rule, the one we can all sign up to, I hope, is the one that the mother of the ex-General Secretary of my trade union, UKU, Paul Mackley, his mother, had this rule that she gave when asked about immigration controls. This was, she felt that everybody should be free to go wherever they like in this world, as long as they don't take an army with them. Thanks very much.